Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to another one. So let's talk about Fear the Walking Dead Season 7, actually, and Madison. Because we got confirmation here that Fear the Walking Dead Season 7 is now in development. So I want to talk about that. And then also talk about Madison, and then I guess Fear the Walking Dead's end, because, yeah, why not? So before we go any further, I do have to warn you for spoilers for the latest episode of Fear the Walking Dead, which was episode 7, which is kind of I guess it is the mid-season finale. I'm used to it being episode 8 all the time, but I mean, it doesn't have to be, right? Like if it's 12 episodes, the mid-season could be 6. It's just so abnormal as a Walking Dead fan because you're used to the first 8, second 8, right? And if you are new here and you want more Walking Dead content like this, Fear the Walking Dead content or the Walking Dead World Beyond content, just make sure to be a subscriber. And that is the weird thing I will say is that I am finding myself covering Fear the Walking Dead and World Beyond more. I don't know if you guys have noticed it. I mean, I guess it's because the show's been on, but I've actually talked about these shows more than The Walking Dead really in the last month or two. And again, it's probably because the show's been on, but it's also because there's actually some exciting stuff happening with it. Because in previous seasons, with season 4 and 5 and stuff, I would talk about maybe the premiere and all that of those shows. Of not World Beyond, because that just started airing, but with Fear the Walking Dead, I would normally talk about the premieres, maybe episode 2 or 3, if that, and then I would stop. Like Fear would air throughout the summer, and I just didn't talk about it. I would talk about The Walking Dead or just other things. I never talked about Fear the Walking Dead ever. But this time I'm actually talking about Fear the Walking Dead because it's actually pretty exciting. I actually am enjoying the show a lot. And weirdly, when they announced that season 6 was coming, I was just so like, why? Why are you extending this madness? Just end it already. It's all it is pain and suffering for Walking Dead fans, but they changed it around in just ways that I don't understand. Like season 6 for Fear the Walking Dead has just been really amazing. It has been mind-blowing. I have enjoyed every episode, and even though there hasn't been the biggest of reveals, really, it just, the story's been exciting. The character stuff, the character work has been amazing, and I think the show can definitely, I think if it follows this exact story and the story template, I guess, of how they're telling character stories, then I think the show's going to be very successful because today it was announced that, or I guess yesterday, Gimple did confirm that they are working on season 7. So Fear the Walking Dead season 7 is in development, and that's exciting. That will probably air next year, I'm thinking, or it could be the year after. I don't know when they're going to air Fear again, because if the second half is going to air in April, like think about it, if the second half is going to air in April, and that goes until, I mean, it's 9 episodes, so it's 9 weeks. If it airs April 4th, the same night as the finale for The Walking Dead season 10, then that would go 9 weeks until probably June, I'm thinking, like early to mid-June. And then at that point, I guess World Beyond season 2 will probably air. I'm thinking they might take a break or something, but it'll probably air around there. That'll go until the fall and then season 11 of The Walking Dead, the final season, will air in October. So there's nowhere to really air Fear season 7, if you think about it. I guess you could air it alongside The Walking Dead, but that's kind of nuts. You might as well wait. And so, like, we might have to wait until 2022 for Fear the Walking Dead season 7, which is going to be torture if Madison returns in the second half of season 6. And there is a chance of that, I will say, because of what the showrunners are saying and what Gimple just said, and that's why I want to talk about all that. But for just lastly on this, I just wanted to say that it's pretty shocking that when they announced Fear season 6, I was just like, why? But now that they announced that they're working on season 7, I'm actually pretty hyped for it. I'm like, okay, like season 6 was really great. If you can keep doing this, I will keep watching. I don't really mind that Morgan and Dwight are on that show because it's been really great. So yeah, Fear season 7, I really look forward to it. It's kind of weird to be comparing each season to like the Walking Dead season. Like Fear season 6 is so different than The Walking Dead season 6. If you just compare those seasons, especially because season 6 was kind of the decline of The Walking Dead. Like I know that was like season 5 to me was the ultimate, like the best season, or one of the best seasons anyway. Season 6 was still great. Like there was some great episodes, but there was sort of a decline. And then the cliffhanger happened. And then season 7 was, I guess, more of the official decline. And that's where things started to go, you know, at least in terms of ratings, until Angela King came back. And the ratings are just kind of like shows that are around for 10, 11 seasons. They just go down by the end. But the story is picked up tremendously. It's amazing now. But with Fear, it's just weird that the story picked up at this point now. and we're seeing the best of the show ever, you know? So it's like people who watch Fear the Walking Dead, I don't even know how to say to watch it, because you're going to watch the first 3 seasons as like one story. You're going to get season 4 and 5, which you're just going to be, I think some people are going to be so turned off by it, but then you'll get 6 and things will start to make more sense. But the show's so different than it was when it started. Like this almost feels like Tales of the Walking Dead. Like it's just a little weird. So I don't know how the show's going to connect in the future. That's why I think Madison's return is so important, because I think when she returns, and if she's around for a few seasons, then that connects everything together, right? That connects the first 3 with season 4, 5, and 6. And then at that point, Madison just wasn't a part of season 5. So I am excited for season 7. I actually think it's going to be a lot of fun. And I do think that if they can keep this up, a lot of fans are going to be happy, and it won't be so sad when The Walking Dead ends, right? Just because we'll have this show going on for a bit. And I don't think Fear is going to end anytime soon. I think it'll go on for at least up until season 10 for sure. Now to talk about Madison, I do think she is likely going to return. I think it makes so much sense. I do think she is probably going to return maybe this season. And the reason why I say maybe this season is because I haven't really heard anything from Kim Dickens. Like, I don't follow her on anything, so I don't know if she's actually confirmed, like, and said, no, I'm not going to return to the show, or no, I'm not in this season. But the showrunners and stuff, they won't say whether or not she's dead or not. And the reason why I want to bring this up is because, remember, when Madison died in season 4 and even in 5, they were saying that, no, she's gone. Madison's gone. They were so adamant in just saying that, nope, Madison's gone. It's just as simple as that. She is gone now. Now, all of a sudden, that's not the case. Now, when you ask them, they're just like, oh, I don't know. You'll have to wait and see. Like, never say never. And it's like, really, your tone changed or your tune changed that fast? Like, that absolutely makes no sense whatsoever. If she's dead, she's dead. Like, so I think that's confirmation that Madison was the one that saved Morgan. Because I saw this in an article from comicbook.com, but when they were asked about Madison, they just said, like we don't know this and that. And then they quickly talked about, we don't know who saved Morgan. There's still that mystery and all that. And so I'm just thinking, why would you say that immediately after they asked the question about Madison? I think that says a lot. I think as soon as they said that, their mind just kind of went there. Like, I think that's just basic psychology, right? So I really do think at this point, Madison was the one to do that, unless they're very smart and they know that as soon as you ask that question about Madison, if they went into something about Morgan, that people would start to think, oh, you went into that. Your mind went from saying, well, I don't know, we'll have to wait and see, to talking about Morgan and who saved him. So that must mean that, I don't know. I don't think they're thinking that far ahead, but I just think that confirmation, or not confirmation, I guess, of her death is a big tease, and I think is actually confirmation enough that she is going to return, because everyone wants them to return. They're even talking to Gimple about Madison returning and stuff, and he said that she could return in maybe like Tales of the Walking Dead, and there's even talk about Fear the Walking Dead. There's even talk about her going to the Walking Dead, which is like, what? Maybe she's in the Commonwealth. That is very possible, but it's just kind of, we'll have to wait and see. The one thing with all of this is that they never give their answers out. Like, they never do. They'll never tease anything until it actually happens. Like, some shows and some movies, they will give a little bit more to fans. They'll give a little, you know what I mean? But with Gimple, at least with Gimple anyways, he's very, like, tight-lipped. He will not say a single thing. He will tease and tease and tease, which I guess is just his sort of style at going at things. Like the Rick movie, I mean, I don't know how he can, deal with all of the fan hate right now. It's not really hate, it's just fan frustration, I guess is the better word. Just how quiet it's been for the Rick movie, but he's dealing with it, and he knows what he's doing. If I were him, I would give a little bit more, just a release date, just summer 2022. Maybe it gets postponed a few months, fine. But just something to look forward to, because a lot of, think of all the Marvel movies. They always announce a release date, right? But so many of them get pushed off for this reason or for that reason. It's just, it makes so much sense to announce something for fans to be hyped out about. And then if something happens, you have to postpone it. You just have to postpone it. But there's just some excitement there. It feels like it's still coming as of now. The Rick movie just feels like it's not happening, but it is happening. It's just that you don't really see it because there's no confirmation of a release date. You don't have all this stuff out there, right? And with Madison, it seems to be the same deal. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with all this. But I'm just excited that Fear Season 7 is exciting, right? And I hope Madison is a part of it. So I'll leave it here. Post all your thoughts down below. Hope you guys all enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.